What's up, everybody? It's your boy Austin D back in another video. Before we get started, don't forget, go ahead and like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Don't forget to go ahead and add my Snapchat that's right here. Also hit me up on Instagram. Let's get started. All right, y'all, I am back. I know. Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry, y'all, for being on so long. All right. It's been a lot going on though, for real. I ain't even gonna explain everything I got to do, but it's been a lot going on. But I got a lot of videos saved up now, so hopefully things will become a little more smoother now. All right. But anyway, as you can see by this video title, How to Fail the Police Academy, I'm going to tell you the main reasons people fell out of the academy. Okay. And if you knowing this is the reason people fell out, you know what to work on. You know what to get better at. The first one, I think, is probably the major reason people get kicked out of the academy, or they fell out, drop out, whatever. It's because they failed the test. Now, I don't exactly remember how often we had like in-class tests in the academy. I want to say it was after every subject, but it could have been just on one day, like on a Friday or something. But if I'm remembering correctly, it's like whenever that class section was done, I think it was the next day, or it could have been on Friday. I don't know. Regardless though, you were only able to fail, I think, 2 tests. And the third one, like you're kicked out. All right, so you had 2 you're able to fail, and you were kicked out. I think I heard someone tell me before, they're in a different state, and theirs was like, you failed 1, you kicked out on the second one. So everybody's different, so know what yours is before you go into it. And they'll tell you your first day what your testing requirements are. But the tests weren't that hard. Listen, they weren't that hard. Like for mine, I think it actually was after every class, because the tests were like per instructor. So like the instructor like basically had the test with them throughout the whole day. So I think it was after every class instruction, something like that. But if you know going into this that you're not a good test taker, start coming up with a plan now. Either when you go, get you a group of people that can study well and study with them, or just find your regimen of what you feel is good to study. All right. It's going to take some studying. There's no way to get out of taking the test though. Like there's no cheat sheet for that. And even after the academy, we got tests all the time. Like we have in-service training throughout the year, and there are state mandated sections that we got to go over throughout the year, and each one of those sections has a test too. So like I went through the academy with somebody who kept saying he's not a good test taker. I believe he failed the 2, and he only had 1 more, and he'd have been out, and he passed it. And I believe for the state test, he failed that the first time too. Now for the state test, at the end of the academy, you can fail 2 sections and they'll allow you to retake them. But if you fail 3 sections, you can't retake it. You have to take the entire academy over again. You don't want that to be you. So come up with a regimen that you're going to study. I can't really give you tips on that because everybody studies different. Everybody learns differently. I was kind of the guy that can just hear it, remember it. I'll look over it right before the test, and then I'll take the test. I've done it all my life. That's just how I work. But you know it works for you. You've been in school for however long. You know it works. Do that. All right, the second thing, the PT. You know already going into the police academy, that's one thing everybody knows, that you have to PT. You got to work out. The best thing to do is to start before you go. All right, doesn't mean you got to be the best at it. It doesn't mean you have to be at the front of the line every time. Somebody got to be in the back. That's just how it works. Somebody got to be in the back. Everybody can't be in the front. But as long as you can keep up and you're giving effort, you're okay. All right, they want to see effort. You can look at some cops right now and say, no, I didn't. But they had to go through the same thing. They were able to keep up, and they put in the effort. So there you go. Look up what your state's requirement is for the PT and start working on that before you start applying. Or start working on that as you're applying, before you go to the academy, whatever. Do it beforehand. What I personally did was I looked up what the PT test was, and I started replicating it. I couldn't do it exactly because I didn't have a 150-pound dummy, or I didn't have some of the stuff they had, like the fence and stuff like that. But you can replicate some of that stuff, and that's just how I did it. Number 3 is lying and your attitude. They don't want somebody in there with an attitude problem, all right? If you're going to get them people attitude, they're going to kick you out. That ain't the place for it. It's a saying everybody always says, it's just play the game, all right? You're going to go in there, there's going to be people with attitudes, people that don't like you, like the instructors. Just play the game. This is what they do for a living. This is what they signed up for, is to give you a hard time. And even if you feel like it's been personal, it could be. But just play the game. Because once you're out of the academy, you ain't got to worry about them no more. They're not your supervisors. And then once you're out of FTO, the same way, you're on your own. So the academy and FTO, just play the game. Do what they ask you to do. Don't get no attitude with them. Let that be it. Now for the lying, obviously you know you can't go in there lying about stuff. I had one dude that was in my academy, and he told me that this was his 3rd time in the academy. So I'm like, what? Wouldn't really say the reason he got kicked out, but I knew a friend of mine who was in the academy with him the first time. So apparently he got kicked out the first time for lying. Apparently they were doing PT or something like that, and they were told to do a certain amount of push-ups. He did like 5 and said he did them all. Meanwhile, the instructor dude was looking at him the whole time, so they kicked him out. The second time he went, he failed the state test. All right, so he's back for a third time now. Spoiler alert, he didn't finish the third time either. We came into class one day, and they just said he was gone. He was just there the day before. He just decided he wasn't doing it again, so I don't know what's up with him. And Bro's a liar. We didn't go to Subway, and we'd be in a line, and he started doing that whole pat thing. Was just like, I left my wallet at home. He did that to me, I think 2 or 3 times, and then to somebody else. And I was talking to my friend one day who went to the academy with him the first time, and he was like, he did the same thing to him. So I'm like, hold on now, you got to run me my money. You playing games. Don't go in there lying, and don't go in there with an attitude. Play the game. Next is things you do outside of the academy. All right, that's important too. People don't realize what you do outside the academy, just like when you actually get the job of a police officer. That can affect what happens to your job. All right, or that can affect what happens in the academy. That can kick you out. We were sitting one day, and not everybody in my academy was hired already. Me and people from my department were already hired. All right, so we were getting the emails and stuff already. So we sit in class one day, and we get an email pop up of like attempting to locate these people. Right, when you get to the job, that's gonna happen often. People get cases and send out emails. Hey, can you identify? Hey, can you locate these people? Whatever. So it's a PD-wide email to officers asking, this department is trying to locate these people. Well, I'm scrolling through the list and I notice a face. Seemed real familiar. I look over to my right and bruh is sitting right beside me. I'm like, holy shit. So I get in the group chat. I'm texting other people like, bruh, check your emails. Tell me I'm tripping. And we're all like, holy crap. All right. And it was for something pretty serious too. It wasn't no minors. It was pretty serious. Bro was kicked out that day. All right. Never to be seen again. I know he was on the news for something, but never to be seen in the academy again. Remember, what you do outside the academy can affect you with this job, period. Next, I'm going to combine these last two. It's firearms and driving. These are things that you gotta pass in order to finish, right? This isn't one of those, you get to fail this and you get like 2 more, something like that. No. You have to pass these 2 things. Some of y'all might remember the video I did where I was like, I think I did one on driving course, and then I did one of like one person hit my car. Okay, the same female is a story I'm about to tell y'all, which I've already told, I'm pretty sure. This chick just could not drive, okay? I literally have a video. I don't think I posted the video. I don't think I put this video in the YouTube video I did because it had her face and stuff in it. But she was literally going through a course, and let's say there was 50 cones. When she got through the course, there was 3 cones standing, and that was her second attempt already. And she was literally sitting at the end of the course. I'm sitting there laughing because I can't not laugh. It was too funny for me. I'm not realizing like the seriousness of it. And she's sitting there. She rolls her windows up because I'm laughing, and she pulls her shades on, and she is pissed. And I'm just trying to stop laughing so that I can like be supportive or whatever. But it was too funny. Like, how do you take out all the cones?
I will.
Damn it.
All right now. All right now.
Damn it.
What's the council?
Damn it. She just said,
He's gone now. He's gone now.
It's like at a certain point, it's just like, you just stop caring. All right, I already ran over like 6, so I might as well just take out all of them. That's what it seemed like. It was just too funny. You made no attempts to correct what you did. But the next one is firearms. And I can say that same person shoots way better than me in firearms. Okay, I never shot a gun before the academy. She did. So she was shooting 99s, 100s. I'm shooting, well, first of all, when I started off, I was way below like the pass and qualification crap. Way below. All right, and by the end of the academy, I was right at like the qualifying mark. I think it was like 70. The state thing is 70. I was right at 70 or 75, somewhere around there. And then for my job, like the police department I worked at, once you get done with theirs, and once you finish the academy, you have to go and qualify for the department too, which you have to qualify to 75 or higher. I had some work to do. So she was messing up on that. I was messing up on firearms. Everybody had that thing, you know. Firearms wasn't mine. I never shot a gun before. Apparently she did. But that's it, man. You got those things. You know what to work on. If you never shot a gun before, or you're not a good driver, practice. All right, go to the range. If you're a liar, you got attitude problems, just don't go. You're not good with tests, study. All right. That's it, y'all. See y'all next video, all right? Adios.